Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to talk about the end of Palantir, or what the heck is going on with Palantir. It just crashed 8.41% today. So I thought that this kind of warrants a video because Palantir has fallen from grace, basically from $20 it went down to $14.15, and I know a lot of you are probably getting scared, or a lot of you are getting very horny and maybe buying some more. Please let me know in the comments which one of the two are you. So welcome back to the channel. Please make sure you're subscribed, and you can follow me on Twitter at VinceIsBullish. We can chat there. So why don't you check that out? So why is Palantir falling? So a very easy explanation would be that, of course, the earnings was bad and really disappointed Wall Street, and this is why the stock is falling. But everything else is also falling. So I think that for sure the earnings play into it, but the general macro has been really bad the last few weeks. And if we look at all other stocks, Palantir is down 20-something%. Tesla is down, I have the number here, 26%. Enphase is down. I mean, Enphase is down for the whole year, but even from this latest peak, it's down around 30%. Anything that you look at, the S&P 500 is down. It's too late, and I'm bad at head math, but can it be? Okay, I don't even dare to say a number, but it's down. The Dow Jones is down. Everything that you look at is down. Of course, it's down less than Palantir, but hey, Palantir is a very volatile stock. So the question is, what should we do as shareholders? So here's my honest thoughts on it. You always know, if you watch this channel, that I'm a very long-term shareholder. And I'm very happy with a 30% per year growth. So you have to understand that when you buy something for the next 5 or 10 years, it's unrealistic to expect that it will go 100% up every year. And in our case, we got 100% up we got almost 300% up from the bottom, and in just a few months. So when that happens, it usually takes from the future. So that means that if you buy or you hold the stock, then most probably your stock is not going to do anything for the next 1 or 2 years until it catches up and it goes on another rally. Of course, we all hope for the Tesla 10x, that the uptrend never continues, there's zero pullback, but it's never how it happens in life. So I was very acutely aware. I was making prediction that the stock is going to go to 20, and at one point I was even making a prediction that it would go to 25 to 27, which it still might be able to do if the growth comes back to the company, but it would have to chill at that range, kind of like how Tesla did between 2012 to 2018, that it was just going up and down and up and down, and then it did this major 10x run. But it doesn't happen the way that you think. So my point is that if you're truly a long-term investor, then you understand that this is normal, and you understand that these periods are going to come because the growth cannot be kept up. And yes, so this was kind of expected. So what can you do on these times? So number one, you can just hold your shares. That's what you're supposed to do as a long-term investor. Or number two, you should start adding to your shares if the price is low enough, attractive enough, and you don't have your position full. So I happen to have way more Palantir than I would like. I keep explaining on this channel that I plan to have about 10 positions that I'm super convicted on. I have a lot of conviction on those positions, and I know a lot about. And Palantir was the one that I managed to research enough to dare to put money on it. And I had $100,000 available on a portfolio, and I was like, okay, all of this can go into Palantir at $8 because the price was that attractive. And I want to send $100,000 chunks to my brokerage account and diversify the portfolio. So don't think that I'm an idiot because I have almost 85% of my portfolio in Palantir. It's done in a very thoughtful way. So because of that, I am not adding to Palantir regardless of where the price goes. Okay, never say never. If the price goes stupid silly, maybe I will add. But I wanted to have a look at my Palantir valuation model because, it's been quite some time since the earnings, and, I wanted to see, okay, what were my assumptions, and because basically I'm also okay with the growth not going back to some crazy 30% level. We know that they guided for the growth accelerating. We logically can infer that it's going to accelerate. I believe they guided for 16% now. And I'm going to go ahead and give them a 20% average increase and a 25% free cash flow yield, or adjusted free cash flow, or whatever they call this metric. And based on that, I put a multiple on the stock, and then on the free cash flow again. Depends on which multiple that you want to put. I just saw now that I had 60. That's very, very aggressive. So the point is that if you believe that that multiple is correct, then for me to start adding, it would be at or below $9.70. So obviously, if I think that the growth is going to accelerate back to 30%, then the model changes and the share price changes and the stock price increases to $12. We are currently at $14. And with this assumption, I'm expecting a yearly return of 20%. And my model gives me that in 2025, the share price fair value is $18. So to have 20% up to 2025, the model discounts it back to $12.33. So this is when, as I said, I don't believe in the 30% growth. So I'm okay with the 20, and then the share price would have to be below $9.7 for me to have this on the list. But as you know, as always, you need to do your own assumptions. Definitely don't be worried. And one great mistake that Peter Lynch advises against, I just read, I don't remember the title of the book, it's quite late here, how you can get 100 beggars on the stock market. And yes, sometimes you can buy these crazy growth companies at very reasonable prices like we had at Palantir, and then they just continue to run, and you might never have the opportunity to buy it at a reasonable, good price again. So it's a mistake to sell and think that you can buy back later. So it is what it is. I'm just going to hold and wait this out, and the company is doing amazing. I was not bullish, or I wasn't discouraged by the earnings. I actually really liked the earnings. It was kind of what I expected. And this stock buyback that they announced, it's looking kind of genius. I mean, they did announce it at $20. If the stock price would go below this $14 down to like $12, $10, and they would start buying back shares, that would be a really, really genius move. So Karp, he seems to know what he's doing, but let's see what happens with the stock buyback. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.